Oh, Athens!
Πού ταξιδεύεις? Σε ποια σύννεφα χορεύεις?
Well, Doris, all you have to do these 2 days we'll be staying in Athens is for you to shoot me with our video camera. Syntagma Square. This, Doris, is the Hotel Grande Bretagne. I think it'll do us, don't you think? Well, just a moment. Now, what currency do they use in this country? Euro, isn't it? Yes, I think it is.
Syntagma, you say? From what I gather, it's the central square of Athens? So that's where the metro is going to leave me. Okay. In how long? Wow.
Well, Mom, here I am at Syntagma Square, which took its name
from the fact that in this square around 1830, the people of Athens demanded and got a constitution from King Otto. Now, in Greek, constitution is syntagma, or syntagma, whatever you like.
Well, we can't get around the fact that Athens is the home of democracy. Regardless of the fact that the palace is right behind me, which later housed the parliament. But anyway, Mother, does any of this matter nowadays? No. What matters is for me to find a thrifty little hotel.
Well then, hello.
Hello.
Could you tell me how much it is for a single room, please?
120 euros, please.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Hello. Could you tell me the price for a single room, please?
Of course, it's 160 with the package.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Oh, hello. Fine, thank you. Could you tell me the rate for a single room, please?
Yes, of course. It's 145 euros.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye. Well, I think it's great here, and the detour was worth it since I found exactly what I can afford, and it's wonderful.
Oh, wow! The truth is, I got this view of the Acropolis at a bargain price.
Doris, rolling. In front of us, we can see the tomb of the unknown soldier, dedicated to the soldier who dies for king and country. And on either side, we see the Evzones. According to Xenophon, the Evzones were lightly armored infantrymen. Yes, well, the truth is that anywhere you look in Athens, you see history dating back 2,500 years. Doris?
Come on, birdies! Woo! These are the fattest pigeons I've ever seen in my life. Probably because they eat all day, and that's why they're so happy. Come on!
Oh, American, no doubt. This used to be the palace of Prince Otto, a Bavarian prince and the first king of the Greeks. Afterwards, this building became the parliament of the Greeks. Now, the site was chosen by placing a piece of meat in 3 different locations in the greater area of Athens. And the piece of meat that was placed here lasted longest. And for that reason, they decided the climate here would be the best for building their king's palace. Well, in those days, they held the king in very high regard. Well, since then, they have strayed a little.
Real warriors, huh? Look at them, it's 6 feet tall without a trace of fat on their bodies. And those faces, they look like ancient statues. I'd like to know where they hang out at night. Anyway, but when you talk to them, they look at you with that cold stare of a statue. Hello, there you go, thank you. Right, now this is a traditional Greek snack, sort of a bread bun with sesame seeds sprinkled on the top, and it's called koulouri, right? And, it's very tasty. These Athenians know how to eat.
This here is a peripteron, a kiosk, which in ancient Greek means a place that is visible from everywhere. And that's what they've done here. The shrewd Greeks, in just a few square feet, have created small convenience stores where you can buy anything you want. Tobacco, newspapers, candy, ice cream, and even little statues for tourists. And of course, all kinds of information that you need. Hello. Could you tell me how to get to Plaka, please?
We are right here. Plaka is here, so you have to go that way.
Thank you.
Wow, this is an incredible walk. Doris, where are you? Come on, Doris. I think it will become my favorite street. I love the way it combines ancient Greek culture and neoclassical architecture. No wonder it has become one of the most expensive real estate locales in Europe. The Europeans are catching on. Wow! The new Acropolis Museum. Oh, and look. Look how the Acropolis is reflected in the glass walls of the building. Amazing. Greece received contributions from all over the world so that exquisite museum could be built. Well, I think even the Queen contributed something.
Oh, the Acropolis for the classical sites. And there's Plaka, a little old Athenian neighborhood with thousands of shops. Okay, Mother, I'll see the ruins later. The word plaka means different things to the Greeks. It denotes to grandmother, a construction material, and joking around. It all sounds Greek to me.
This is the ancient Dionysus Theatre. Doris, take a shot of this. This is the birthplace of the theatre. Of course, we'll get a better view of it when we go to the top of the Acropolis. See how it overlooks everything. This is the place where theatre was born, and subsequently all else that followed. The movies, TV, and of course video games. In this place, public oration became a vital part of human existence. We owe a lot to this site for more than 3,000 years. Do the names Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides, Aristophanes mean anything to you? How was I, Doris?
A tourist paradise in Athens. This is one of the places you can still bargain. Oh la la. How much? Oh, that's too much. Of course, most of the shops don't bargain anymore. Well, besides the classic souvenirs, maybe you would fancy a banana drink with the famous honey of Attica and milk. Or maybe ice cream. Or maybe you would like some wonderful crepes, hmm? Oh, hello. Or maybe fresh fruit from the four corners of Greece.
Maybe you're hungry. Here's a traditional Greek tavern with a tasty assortment of Mediterranean dishes. And with prices even I can afford. Oh, wow. Maybe later, huh?
As strange as it may seem, next to the theatre of Dionysus is the Roman conservatory of Herodes Atticus. It is here that all the important shows of the famous Athens festival are held. But take note, it is a conservatory. So it was built so that people could listen to music. But you are not allowed to wear high heels here or to chew gum. Now remember that, Doris, all right?
Coffee plays an important role to the Athenians. Up until a few years ago, it was the traditional Greek coffee, right here. Steaming with lots of froth and Arabic root. And guess what, Mom? It's healthy too. The last 50 years, a salesman of instant coffee created a new must. Frappé. Iced coffee shaken in a shaker with ice. Oh, that's really strong. Can I have some cream? And sugar, please.
We can't consider ourselves real tourists unless we climb to the top of the Acropolis. After all, it is the most important European monument. Well, look at the sign, that's what it says. Come on, Doris, film it. The Parthenon. It's always bewitching. For the last 2,500 years, it has been the most glamorous and haunting sight on earth. It was built during the time of Pericles, the golden age of Athens, of white marble from Pendelea, about 30 kilometers away. But what is most fascinating of all is the methods used to quarry and transport the gigantic blocks of marble. Come on. The ancient Greek masons and craftsmen were way ahead of their time. Amazing. Well, they beat today's machines. Let me only say that if they used modern tools, trucks and cranes to quarry and transport the required marble, it would take double the time than the one required by the ancient craftsmen. Yes, Doris, I find facts like that fascinating too. Were you shooting me? Did you get the Greek flag?
No, I'm not on the islands just yet. I'm in Plaka, right under the knoll of the Acropolis. And yet it seems like I'm on one of the islands. This neighborhood here is called Anafiotika, after the island of Anafi. Now, over 200 years ago, when King Otto was building his palace, he brought in the craftsmen from the island of Anafi because they were famous for their skills. And he gave them this area to build their houses, and they brought a piece of their homeland under the knoll. What can I say? Nostalgic.
Phidias was the young sculptor, architect, and engineer who had the inspiration for the design and construction of the Parthenon. One of the greatest geniuses who walked the earth, Iktinos and Kallikratis were the two architects who executed the construction of the Parthenon. A marvelous lot of craftsmen. The Parthenon was the first large religious site which used man as its measure. Because Greece is the country of human measure. Neither giant pyramids, nor vast deserts, nor great mountain ranges. Doris, you shoot that and I'll go on up here, okay? The east pediment of the Parthenon has the same